Hey there, welcome back. Now from this section, let us start focusing towards generic views. Now I'm not going to start this directly. I want to expand my project, so we need to work on models again. Now what I mean by that? So currently we have all the information regarding movies, on which platform we have uploaded that movie, maybe on Netflix, on Disney Plus. But what I want is to add a new feature. So instead of rewriting all these views, instead of rewriting all these tasks, why not just create new feature? So we are going to add a new feature related to reviews. That means we need to add an option by which we can add review for a particular movie or maybe a podcast or maybe a web show. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new class and I'm going to call this as reviews. And this is again going to take models.model. Now remember, the main motive is to create a proper review class and then connect it through foreign key. So if I open any movie here and my watch list here, we can also have options to check out their review. At this point of time, we don't have anything. So that's how it is going to work, and one movie can have multiple reviews. That's how this will work. So that means it is going to be one-to-many relationship. One review will relate to only one movie, but one movie can have 10 or 1000 reviews. Now what field do we need for a review? Definitely we need a rating. So it should be between 1 to 5. So we need a rating system, and I'm going to use integer value, positive integer value. So this is a field, like boolean is a field, like char is a field. Same, we have positive integer field. Now we can add validators here. With our model itself, we can add validators, and validators help us to define a specific gap or to define a specific range for numbers. Here I'm going to use min value validator and max value validator. And definitely I need to import them first. So what I'm going to do is, on the top I'm going to import my min value as well as max value validator. So from Django.core, and then I need to select validators, import, and I have min value validator. Yep. And then I have max value validator. So let me copy this one, and here I need to define min value validator. So I'm going to use minimum value of 1 for my review. And then I'm going to use a max value, which is going to be 5. That's it. So this is going to be our min value and this is going to be our max value. I hope this looks fine. The next thing we need to do is, this is our rating, but I need some description for our review. So I'm going to call it as text or just simply description. This is going to be char field, and we can use 200 as limit. We can also add option for null equals to true. Now what else we need? Definitely I need option to see when is the review created. So I can use date and time field, and this is going to be auto now add, which is going to be true. Then I also need field for update. So I can use update field, and it is going to be again date and time field. But this time, instead of taking auto now underscore add, I'm going to use just auto now. So every time we update, our time will be updated. Yeah. So these are the fields that are required. What else we can do? I know we need to connect both of them, but instead of this, what else? We can use active. Maybe if we find fake reviews, we can turn this active into false. So I can use this active. The purpose of this active is to just, if the value of active is true, that means it's a valid review. Otherwise we can manually turn it off. That means we can manually turn it to false. I'm going to use it as boolean. By default the value is going to be true. The default value is true. What else do we need? Nothing more. So that's the basic requirement about our review class. Now what I need to do is I need to create connection between them. So one movie can have multiple reviews. So that means I'm going to add here. So I need to connect it with my watch list, and this is going to be a foreign key relationship. Here I need to just add watch list here, and again I need to pass the on delete option. So suppose if someone deleted this movie, that means all the reviews should be deleted. So this should be models dot cascade. This looks fine, and then I need to provide related name. So if someone opens a movie here, what should be the term that should be visible here? Let's call it as reviews only. Okay, this looks fine. We also created a connection, and I think this should work fine. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to return the review title itself, or I can return rating. Rating will be much better. Since we don't have title, we directly have either description or rating. That's fine. So we have created a new class. Then I should stop this, do some make migrations. So python manage.py make migrations. We have created a new model, and then I need to migrate it. That is done, and then just run server. That's it. So now we have created a new model, and we are going to start our journey with reviews. Okay, I need to register it first. Jump onto my admin.py. Here I need to add my admin.site. Need to import my reviews. This looks fine. Now if I need to add a review, all I have to do is add a review, select a rating, description, and then to which movie I need to review, and then save. Now the important thing is we haven't added any type of serializer, and also we haven't added any type of view. So currently we have access to reviews, but only on our backend, that is only on our admin section. Let me add a 5-star and good book or good movie, and let me select this, save, and we got an error. Okay, we are returning non-string type. Jump here. That's very silly mistake. Here let me just convert this into a string. Jump here, refresh this one, continue. So I've submitted this. Here is my review, and this looks fine. Now here what I should do is, with this review rating, I should also add the movie name. So what I'm going to do is, here let me add space, and then let me add a movie name which is going to be inside my watch list. So I'm going to use self.watchlist.name. This should be title actually. So I'm accessing this object, and then I'm accessing this title. This looks fine. Get back here, refresh this one. Yep, this works fine. So this is the rating, and this is going to be the movie name. I can add some space here. This looks fine, or maybe a dash. Yeah. Now that is done on our backend, that is done on our admin section, and this only verifies that we have written the correct model. Now what we have to do is we have to access this information. So we need to write views definitely, and we need to write serializer. The important thing is we need to do relationship in the form of like this. So here in our streaming platform, we can have many movies. Similarly, now with our movies, we can have many reviews, and we need to follow something similar. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a class, and I'm going to just call it as review serializer. That's it. And I'm definitely going to utilize my model serializer, and here I'm going to import review. This looks fine. Let me add my class as meta. Inside this I need to take care about my model and then about my fields. So this is going to be all. This looks fine. Our task with serializer is done, but we need to create relationships. So here what I'm going to do is I'm going to define reviews. Remember this name, this particular name. our related name, so it will be shown as reviews. And here I can define it through review serializer, and there can be many reviews, so I'm going to use many equals to true. Also, these are going to be read only. Now what I mean by read only, I'm trying to repeat it once again. So read only means is when I'm sending a post request while adding a movie or a podcast or any type of show, I'm not going to add review. I'm then going to add all these fields. But when I'm going to send a GET request, I'm going to receive this read only field also. So we can add review through this field only, this serializer only. We cannot add review from this serializer. So that's why we have maintained it as read only true. I hope you got the idea. This serializer only allow to access these reviews in the form of read only. We cannot add a review from this serializer. We can add reviews through this serializer, this review serializer only. That's it. This task is done. Now we need to jump onto our views and we need to write reviews in the form of two parts. The first one is of course to get list of all the reviews. Currently we only have one. The second thing is individually access every single review. So currently if you see these IDs, if I want to access them individually, all I have to do is use one, and that's how I can access it. So similarly, we need to follow something here. Now one good thing you can see, now we have access to review. So this is ID 1 and this is our movie title and this was our review. So which is rating 5, description good movie, then active, updated, everything. Now here if I try to update this again, so at currently it is 31:42. And if I jump here, get here, maybe updated good movie, updated, save, and if I refresh this one, you can see it is 38:21. So that's how it is going to work. I hope you got the idea. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to utilize the generic view. I'm not going to utilize API view or these function based view because we already read them. We already have information about them. We already practiced them. It's good time for us to dive deep with this generic view. I hope this lecture was helpful and you got the information about this model. From the next lecture, we are going to jump onto these generic view. Thank you for following and I see you guys in the next one.